said to you, if you're a homeless person or whoever, we've all got value. It's a new channel, and as it grows and you start to get noticed in the algorithms, then I put a title on. So it's not about whether you're interested enough. Like I record anyone who wants to go on camera. It's a taxi podcast, and like I say, you get lots of value from everyone. Yeah. So just picked up a customer, and we were just having a little chat. Nigerian, Hausa. Can you say your name? So it's Waglaqia. Yeah, cool name. Yeah. And she's Hausa as well. And I mean, I explained what the podcast is about, is like them sparks, what we all have, and it's nice to give you an idea. There was a woman I picked up who I never knew, Ann Cotton. She's got an OBE, so her spark is going around the world and helping people out of poverty through education. I pick up Jen. She's part of Shared Earth on Bold Street. She helps artisans around the world. She does a lot of voluntary work, and because there's, like I said to you, I'm into the quantum physics and that, ultimately there's an imbalance in the world, and it's nice to spread more positive energy and ultimately collectively make the world a better place.
Of course.
And who else? Picked up a young girl yesterday, and she's studying criminal psychology, so I assumed she wants to go into jails, and she was like, no, she's anti-jail. She wants to change the old prison system.
Wow, that's
so
amazing.
It is, yeah, because she understands that like Europe and America, it becomes like a business. You've got like certain private groups who make money from jail cells, so there's a bit of a bias and incentive to fill the rooms.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's another.
Doesn't matter on what crime they've done. Fill it up.
Exactly, but it's nice to capture all these sparks. So tell us, why do you want to go into law?
I feel like I've always had a call into law. I wouldn't say like I've had a different head or like a different place to go. But I feel like ever since I was young, I felt like law is for me. Like that is a bit of me. But as I've grown up and I've seen what type of law I want to do, I feel like I want to do family law, which is like divorce, like kids. Like, okay, if you were to get divorced, which kid would the parent go to? Like dad or mom, or would they go to granddad, grandmother, auntie? I feel like as a child whose parents, like my parents, they should be divorced, one of them, they should be, but they're not.
Okay.
Because of kids.
Yeah.
And because of what the effect it can have on kids. So I feel like if I can help a different family in that way to split up cleanly without the effect that it can have on kids and help kids in that way, then I feel like it would satisfy me in a way.
Okay.
Personally.
No, that's powerful, yeah, and you'll get a lot of fulfillment from doing that. There's another girl, I picked up, Aisha, and she's part of Law for Human Rights, and we all gravitate towards different things. But a lot of people, can go into corporate because of the money. But like you say, it's important to get fulfillment as well as try and get the balance of the materialistic benefits.
That's what I'm saying. Because it's like, I feel like obviously money is a big factor, but at the same time, if I'm not helping people as well as I could without money, with money, then I'll do it without money. And I feel like people sometimes they don't have the funding for like lawyers and like a good representative that are actually genuine. So I feel like as I grow in my career, I will start doing pro bono work as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's nice. I love the energy and the spark as well. How long have you grown up in Liverpool then, yeah?
Yeah.
Because I can tell. It's a Scouse, yeah. Okay, and where do you see the opportunities in Liverpool, somewhere around the world, or London?
Anywhere, like wherever the job is, I'll go there. Like I'm free. I'm
Okay.
a free spirit, honestly.
No, definitely, and I think that's what it's about. That's like, for me, I do the taxis because you've got that level of autonomy. Get to pick up amazing people. Okay, so like you said before, I love your spark and your passion, and it's nice, like I was saying, to share that energy as well. Some people, we've all got the spark, but some people, because of circumstances, they're still finding their lane, and they might not have that same conviction as what you've got. There was another girl I picked up. She's done an audio one, Mercedes, and she's a bariatric surgeon. and she's young. I think she was 21, but she was torn. So a question I ask a lot of people is, let's just say you won. A lot of people do jobs because it pays the bills.
Yeah.
Let's say you won the lottery, yeah, and you had millions, right? Don't include travelling and looking after friends and family. You'd have a big void in your life. What would you do to fill the void? Because you'd have to do something, even though you've got all that money.
Yeah, of course. I feel like that pro bono, it will go towards that pro bono way, like helping people for free. Because it's like, if I'm unable to do that, why not? It's
Okay.
like, I feel like God also puts us on this planet to help people. So it's like, I just don't feel like I could sit there and do nothing.
Okay.
Like, I feel like helping people, it's in my blood. Like, I feel like I'm hardwired to help people naturally. So it's just like, if I do, then it'll fill me up.
Okay. No, I love it, because I think people like that I think they're game changers in the sense of like changing the world. People who've got that drive, that motivation, that desire to help others. Of course, because you're familiar with Abraham Maslow and the hierarchy of needs.
Yeah.
A lot of people, like students, get taught about him. He talks about this pyramid, and before a lot of people get to the pinnacle, they've got to fulfill basic needs: food, shelter, security, love, relationship. But it makes sense for some people. They can't think about their passions if they've got to put food on the table. But as you elevate up that pyramid, you develop a higher consciousness. And ultimately, I think as people get to that stage, they want to give back. So like my brands get out that race, because I think a lot of people are too busy chasing the tail. But as you can, tick that box, when I ask that question, some people are fortunate and they're already doing a job that they love, and they wouldn't change it, which is great. They're self-actualized. So it's nice to I picked up a Liverpool lecturer, and like you said, your calling. Some people have got a specific calling. His calling is he specialises in research and maritime law, and he just feels he's on this planet. It's for that. It's in his DNA.
Oh, wow.
So it's nice to capture all of them sparks on camera.
Because I feel like in every other subject, like I've gone through GCSEs, A levels, like English in A levels was my highest one. English in GCSEs was my highest one. English in A levels was my lowest one. But law was the top one. So I feel like that even pushed me even more to pursue law as well. I don't know, like I'm not really good academically. I wouldn't say I'm an academic person at all. When it comes to law, I feel like it's a second language.
Okay. Try and speak up a little bit as well. I need to get a mic in the back, please, as well. Okay, no, I love it. Can I ask you the question about Nigeria and my next door neighbour?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so first of all, I don't pick up many houses, in Liverpool. I think my friends said because a lot go to other Muslim countries,
Yeah, of course.
but what the professor says, he's Yoruba, and he feels because Nigeria should be like the UAE, the Emirates. It should be one of the richest countries on the planet.
Oh yeah, of course.
So because of the disparity and the poverty, what this professor's calling for is division, like England and Scotland, Yeah. So because of Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo are the dominant tribes, he feels if they broke off, Yorubas, Igbos, Hausas, it would be more prosperous for Yorubas. So when I frame that question to other Nigerians, do you want unity or division? I'd say the consensus seems to be unity, but practicality-wise, they feel it's so difficult because of the contrast in belief systems in the north and the south, and the fact that I think it wouldn't work because like the north houses, like farming, the Igbo's very industrious, economically business-minded, then you've got pros and cons and strengths with everyone. What do you feel, unity or division?
I think we should stay unity 100%, because it's like I feel like if you take one away, the others will fall. Because I feel like each one of them bring a certain thing that the other doesn't have. So it's like without that, what's there? Because it's like I think, why would you want to? How are we a country but you want to be separate? But then at the same time, I do see being separate as an upgrade, because nobody. Oh, I'm Yoruba. That's it. I'm like not Nigerian. I'm Hausa. Like people will just see you as your tribe and that's it. And like what you are. Like this one time I went on a night out and then I was talking to this man. And he was Nigerian. I don't know what tribe he was, but he asked me. And then I was like, oh yeah, I'm Hausa. And then he was like, oh, so you're just Hausa. That's it. Like, and he just called me by my tribe, not Nigerian. So I feel like that vision is already there, to be very honest with you, like in people's heads. But then at the same time, that would take a lot as like president. Like, would they become separate countries, separate states, or would Nigeria become what would it become?
Yeah, he thinks, like, for example, Scotland wants to break off and be independent, but a lot of people just feel it just wouldn't work out in reality.
I don't think so. I think that would take a lot of years of consideration. But how the Nigerian government is, that would never happen. It's too corrupt to even be thinking about breaking off like that. And if it does break off, Nigeria wouldn't be stable at all.
Okay, no, it's very interesting. I had a guy in Hausa guy, and there's a podcast on for about an hour because he was a big fan.
Yeah.
It's an audio one, and it's got like a Nigerian flag, and he's a big fan of Tinubu. And he said he's been waiting for Tinubu for 20 years. And a lot of people I speak to are a bit skeptical of Tinubu. But this guy, I think it's important for people to have their opinion.
Yeah, of course.
So he just explained like why, in contrast to Peter Obi and other contenders, why he thinks Tinubu is the man. More because he's a wise owl, very knowledgeable, experienced. Do you resonate with maybe Peter Obi, or do you support Tinubu, or you're not too informed on?
I'm not too informed on all that, to be very honest with you.
Okay.
But I just don't think that any of them could bring Nigeria out of the slum that it's in. Like the corruption is very bad, the economy is bad. I don't think they could do it. I don't think none of them could do it, honestly. Hot take on it. Tinubu is Hausa as well.
He is, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Yeah, a little bit of a bias. Yeah, no, it's interesting. And like I say, the reason I do the podcast, it's just about perspectives. And I think nowadays too many people get shot down just for having a different opinion.
Yeah.
So it's
I feel like you need to keep your opinion because, me personally, I feel like I'm the type of person, I can see both sides of the argument, but because I feel like my opinions sometimes get influenced by outside, but I feel like you really need to stand firm in your opinion because sometimes you're, like, I'm not going to say you're right, but in some senses you are correct in what you're saying and what you believe in within yourself. So it's like you need to stand firm with what you believe in because at the end of the day, it's your life and your opinion will reflect in your actions as well.
No, definitely. And people should be able to have their opinions and perspectives. And I think it's only through sensible debate, discourse and open dialogue that, I think that's how, society grows. Like someone said to me, I had a young girl in, and I think 16-year-olds are allowed to vote now. So she asked me what did they think of it, but ultimately you guys are our future. And I think it's important to be informed and educated on certain decisions that are going on. Expanding on that, it'd be interesting to get your initial thoughts on a controversial subject currently at the moment, which is digital ID mandatory. Do you have any initial thoughts?
Not really, because I haven't really thought of it because I personally don't think it's going to happen.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to scare people, honestly. Because I don't see the need in it. We've gone years without it, really. So it's like, what's it gonna do now?
Yeah.
Like, is that to arrest people and make sure that's them? Like, I don't know. It could be a bit threatening to people.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. The petition's nearly at 3 million, and I just think it's based on the principles of what Britain's found on. The freedoms. I just think for your generation to be grown up and be controlled by an app, I think is a bit unfair.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's good to, just create awareness on the subject. But no, pleasure for doing this. Is there anything you'd like to say before we bring it to the close? We're getting to your location.
No, not really. I think that's all. I just feel like be yourself and stay true to who you are. Because, just do that. Because, that's it. Thank you.
I love them words of wisdom from a young 18-year-old. Stay true to yourself, isn't it? That's important. But I'm going to press stop on this,
Yeah.